YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the New Orleans Pelicans beat the Dallas Mavericks 129-111. The Mavericks go to 23-46 and 9-26 on the road. The Pelicans is also 23-46, as crazy as that might seem, but they're 14-21 at home. New Orleans wins the season series 3-1. They played the Mavericks 4 times each season. This was the 4th game. And since they won it, they own the series this year, and they'll play again next year because that's the last time they meet each other since they ain't going to be in the playoffs. The Pelicans, 32-26 in the first, 35-28 in the second, 36-32 in the third, and 26-25 in the fourth. They won every single quarter in this game, and that's a good way to win one. The Mavericks did stay close in a lot of this game. They kept finding things that worked. One thing that was really working was P.J. Washington's jump shot. He was able to make some mid-ranges and make some threes. He went 4 of 8 from 3, 7-13 from the field for 18 points. He had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, and the steal. 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a -6 and plus minus. Najee Marshall, 33 minutes. That ended up being a really good game for him. He did a good job attacking the rim. Of course, he hit some threes and got some free throws. He went 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3, 12 of 24 from the field. But he's really good at driving. He's really good at readjusting his shot and getting close to the rim and trying to finish as fast as he can. And that's a tough thing to stop him driving. He did get 8 rebounds and 7 assists. He's a good playmaker if he has the right supporting cast around him and if they're really trying to score when he's able to penetrate and kick or push it up early. He did have 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -6 and plus minus. Cooper Flag played 30 minutes. He had 21 points. He went 10 of 21 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Did a good job of driving himself, too, and he missed a couple easy ones. They made it as hard and as difficult as they could. He still ended up having a good night, and he also had 8 assists and 7 rebounds. He's becoming a better playmaker. Obviously, he's getting used to his teammates, and some of the shots they just missing. Some of the shots he's just missing. In this one, particularly this game, he didn't really have any real terrible shots to me. But I like the fact that he kept his head up and was just trying to make the right play, whether that was passing or scoring. Of course, he plays decent defense. He's going to make you work for it. He's going to make you dribble. He's going to make you try to find a way to give up the ball if you can't get past him. That's just a competitive spirit in him. He do have 2 steals in the block in this one, too. 1 personal foul, which is really good for 30 minutes. It was a +1 and plus minus than Max Christie. He said, give me a little room, give me a little space. I'm taking those threes. Well, he went 4 of 6 from 3. One of his other misses was a 2, and he finished 4 of 7 from the field. He had 4 rebounds, no turnovers, 2 steals, 1 personal foul, and was a +2 and plus minus. And then Ryan Nembhard, 25 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Missed a whole lot of shots in this one, even if they was good looks. It sucks that it can be that way, but that was just the type of night that he ended up having. He did have 4 boards, though, and 5 assists. It was really pushing the tempo and trying to find guys for good looks early, and then a lot of the time it led to baskets. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a -3 and plus minus. Chris Middleton, 18 minutes, 6 points. He went 2 of 9 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. He liked the looks he was taking. Those shots was good looks, just jumpers, just pull-ups, fades, but not tonight when it came to them going in the basket. He did have 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. And he also finished with 2 personal fouls and was a -20 and plus minus. Not the greatest game from Middleton. Dwight Powell, 13 minutes. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He did get 3 rebounds and an assist. No turnovers, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls. And he was a -6 and plus minus. And Marvin Bagley was trying to finish as quick as he could around that rim. And he did a good job of rebounding the basketball. He had 9, with 6 of them being offensive. And then he made a 3. That's a good game from him in amount of minutes, which was 19. That's good production. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, and a steal, 4 personal fouls, and a -14 and plus minus. Tyler Smith, 5 minutes. He ended up going 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 steal, no personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. Brandon Williams, 5 minutes, 0 of 2 from the field. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block, no personal fouls, and was a -16 and plus minus. John played 18 minutes. He ended up going 1 of 5 from 3 since he made 1. He finished with 3 points. He had 2 boards, 1 steal, 3 personal fouls, and was a -19 and plus minus. AJ Johnson played 12 minutes. He ended up going 2 of 5 from the field and missed his only 3. Took no free throws, so he finished with 4 points. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, a block, and 2 personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. And then you look at the Pelicans, they played a short rotation. Herb Jones did a good job of finishing around the basket, even got an and one opportunity, which he converted because he made the free throw. He did go 1 of 3 from the 3-point line. A lot of times they were trying to run him off of it anyway, and he finished 4 of 9 from the field for 10 points. He did have 3 boards, 4 assists, and 1 turnover and 2 blocks. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a +8 and plus minus. He's lanky. He can get you if you don't pay attention to where he's at on the court. And on top of that, just keep the ball moving. If you don't have a good look, or you don't have a look that you can possibly make, might as well just keep it moving and find somebody else that possibly does. Just simple basketball that way. Zion did a good job of attacking the basket. That's all he really had to do. He got 27 points. That was game high for the Pelicans. And in the game, he was really good with the 11 to 13 shooting from the field and 5 and 9 shooting from the free throw line. So anytime he got an angle, anytime he got a driving lane, he was taking it. And he's so fast and so quick at finishing. It ain't nothing you can really do about it at that point. He did have 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal. 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, was a +5 and plus minus. Trey Murphy, he finished around the rim. He missed a lot of threes though. He went 2 of 9 from 3, finished 7 of 15 from the field. The floater and stuff was going for him, so it made sense for him to say, well, these other opportunities are coming. Let me try to take some of those. And honestly, it worked out. 1 or 2 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. 2 personal fouls, and a +10 and plus minus. I mean, a lot of the guys was looking at like they don't really have no rim protector in the game. So let's attack the basket or get as close as we can to be able to score efficiently. And then obviously he played a little defense, and you don't really see a lot of that from Trey Murphy, but he has a big, long body. So if you try to do some things, he can catch you and get a steal or a block. Yee Meesey ended up playing 28 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 1 of 4 from the field, grabbed 10 boards. That's what he's out there to do, is protect the rim and rebound and set some screens if that's needed. He did have 5 assists because of that, 2 turnovers, 5 blocks, 3 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and a -2 and plus minus for him. So didn't really want to score that much, but did a good job of playing his part, getting his teammates free, finding them with passes, grabbing as many boards, and protecting the paint with that mobility and that athleticism that he has. And it's good to see him in the starting lineup. He hasn't been in there for a while. And then Sadiq Bey he's a perimeter player, but he kept scoring more or less by the basket in this one, even if he had to go through the post to do it. 23 points, 8 of 18 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. He went 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He did have 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and a personal foul. 1 offensive rebound, and it was a +1 and plus minus. Yeah, every day just gave you some decent scoring. I mean, he wasn't inefficient like that. He was high volume in this game, and he made a good amount of his shots. And then Carlo was able to get some dunks and was able to get a finish around the rim. He did go 2 of 2 from 3, so he ended up also making a free throw, which was his only one. And then he went 5 of 7 from the field for 13 points in 20 minutes. But he finished with a double-double because he had 10 boards, which is really good to do in 20 minutes. He had 1 assist and a steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a +20 and plus minus. Derek Queen came off the bench and played 21 minutes and had 9 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field. He made his only 3 and also went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He is a tough physical guy. He's going to test your chest. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal and a block. And 2 blocks. I mean, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a +14 and plus minus. If you try him, he is going to use them hands. He's quick with his hands. So he might not be the most athletic guy. He won't be the best rim protector. But if you try him, If you give him a chance to see that ball, he will make a play on it. Jordan Poole played 18 minutes. He finished with 4 points. He went 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 6 from three. He missed his only free throw. I mean, you couldn't even tell that he was out there sometimes. That's just the way his game was offensively, and that's what he comes in to try to do is give you a boost on the offensive end. He did have one rebound, 2 assists, and a turnover. He also was able to get 2 blocks in this game, 3 personal fouls, and was a +10 and plus minus. Micah Peavy, 2 minutes, he missed his only field goal. He went 0 of 2 from the free throw line also, so he went scoreless. He still did get 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a turnover. No personal fouls, was a +3 and plus minus. Jordan Hawkins played 2 minutes, which was good because he ended up making a three, and then he finished 2 of 2 from the free throw line, so he gave some instant offense when he was out there. He had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a +3 and plus minus. And Jeremiah Fears, he had the jump shot going, whether he was step back and pulling it up, but he also had good speed to be able to get to the basket or close to it. He finished 7 of 14 for the field, 3 of 7 from three, 0 of 2 from the free throw line with 17 points. That was the most off the bench. 25 minutes was the most off the bench. He also had 6 rebounds and the 5 assists was the most off the bench. He also had 3 turnovers and a steal, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a +18 and plus minus. The Pelicans isn't the greatest defensive team, but they can be a tough team to stop when they're making their perimeter shots and they're attacking the basket. They have good size, good athleticism, good length at a lot of the positions, and that's what ended up helping them score so consistently against the Dallas defense. 95 field goals for the Pelicans. They shot 51%. 104 attempts for the Mavericks. They shot 42%. 35 threes for the Pelicans. They shot 31%. 39 for the Mavericks. They shot 36%. 34 free throws for the Pelicans. They shot 65%. That was 20 more free throws than what the Mavericks took. They took 14 and shot 64%. So the Pelicans ended up shooting better from the field, and they shot way more free throws than the Mavericks. They also out rebounded the Mavericks 57 to 51, and they also had more assists, 31 to 27. They had 14 turnovers while the Mavericks had 11. That's good for the Mavericks. 10 steals is a part of that. 7 only for the for the Pelicans. And then 12 blocks for the Pelicans, 3 for the Mavericks. That was really good. And then 12 offensive rebounds for the Pelicans, 13 for the Mavericks. 45 defensive rebounds for the Pelicans, 38 for the Mavericks. 16 personal fouls for the Pelicans, 22 for the Mavericks. And it just ended up being a good game and a good strategy and a good game plan from the Pelicans from start to finish. We know what you're weak at. We know where we have an advantage at. Let's see if we can operate real well, take our time, and get good looks. And they was able to do that. Whether it was at the perimeter, whether it was at three, they did a good job of having fun out there. They spaced the floor real well. They moved the ball real well. They cut real well. And they just knew what to do every single part of the game. And that just kept them one step ahead of the Mavericks that couldn't really do anything to stop what the Pelicans was doing. All they can just hope is that they can score as well as they could, and it just wasn't the case. The Mavericks had a little bit of trouble getting good looks and some quality looks, and even when they did, the Pelicans, stayed in front of them to make it a little tougher. Obviously, they're NBA players, so they still gonna make a couple of them, but they didn't make enough of them to stop or slow down the Pelicans either. So you're missing shots, and you letting the other team get high quality looks. Even the misses that the Pelicans was having, you rather take that than a lot of shots that the Mavericks was taking. And it can just be those type of games where you just don't have the personnel to be able to answer the team. Matchups do matter. And tonight, the Pelicans just had the right roster and the right players available compared to the Mavericks to be able to get themselves in a position to win a game. And since they knew it was no big man, let's start Yee let's put a 7-footer out there, and he can gobble up a lot of boards, protect the rim, and finish at the paint. And if he's not doing that, we just let other guys cut. We let other guys be around it. We let other guys kick it to somebody if they penetrate. And it was just working fantastically all night for the Pelicans. They had really no problem with whatever they was trying to do in this game. And you can tell when you're shooting 51% from the field that you had a lot of success when you're doing that. And they probably could have won this game more if they made a couple of their wide open threes and their free throws. But That's just how the game can go sometimes. You look at it and say, even though we won this game, we could have played better. And if the Pelicans felt that way, it'd be some truth to that. And then you obviously look at the Pelicans and you say, well, that's why y'all lost a lot of games because y'all can play better, especially on the defensive end too. And I like what the Mavericks was trying to do. It just they couldn't guard anybody at the end of the day. And even when they did get stops, it didn't go long enough for them to make a run to be able to get back in the game. They got their stops. They made some tough shots, but they could not slow down or stop the Pelicans enough for them to have a chance to win it. Comment, like, subscribe, share the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.